What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Stardew Valley. It's gonna rain. At least it sounds like it's raining outside, which is good, because I don't feel like farming today. Not in the mood. You would think a game about farming, I would be always in the mood for farming. Just like, we're gonna farm, like, all the time. But nope. Not a tiny little bit. Those still aren't done. God, they look like they're so close, too. They look like they're so close. Did something eat one of my crops? Oh, these are... Never mind. They become quite a bit more bulbous when they're done, don't they? I didn't realize that at all. Okay, well, now that I know how large and rotund those things can become... I guess it's not time to harvest. My name is Splattercat. Welcome on back to Stardew Valley. We got lots of stuff going on. In the previous episode, I think we had done the luau, I think, or something like that. Did we do the luau yet? I'll have to look at a calendar, but I think we did all of that fun stuff. Today, we'll probably have to check after some of the things we want to get done, but we got the melon. I don't know if we're quite there yet with regards to the turn-in for the package that's up inside of our lovely little station, but I'm going to put you... No, I don't want to donate that one. I'll donate you... And I think the rest are all good to go, though. I can get rid of them, and we should be totally okay. We've got crabs inside of our crate. That's okay as long as they're not on me. I think I'm all right with that. I don't like crabs as a creature. Just not an attractive little critter. Just looking at it, you're like, ugh. Like crawling around sideways, just being like, rah. Although that video with the crab with the knife was hilarious. That shit was awesome. You know you're in a bad neighborhood when, and it's just a crab with a knife just out there trying to murder you. Do I have anything to plant right now? We've got $6,000 worth of seeds. I've got what looks like random assorted summer seeds. We're on the 13th, so there's no telling what we're going to get out right here. Normally, I think it's just mixed herb or something like that. I think I was trying to plant as much corn as I could, too, while we were in here. But, we're all watered and ready to go. Everything's looking pretty swell. I think most of these were all corns and stuff down here. We're going to have a really, really solid crop. We should get paid tonight at 7:40 in the morning. And our mama ain't home, so we ain't got nothing to do today. Let's go ahead and wander back into town. I don't know if I wanted to focus on the dungeon today and just run down in there and start annihilating enemies. Annihilating? Why is there an H in the middle of there? I don't know why. I don't know why there's a H in the middle of there, though. Annihilating. And yet nobody says the H. Annihilated. Like, nobody says that. Bring one octopus at twice the market value, or buying one octopus. Please deliver to Alex. How do I get an octopus? I never caught an octopus before. What's going on today? It's Alex's birthday, so what kind of stuff does Alex like, I wonder? Gotta find Football Kid and see if we can make him happy with our decision-making skills. Mine have always been a little bit shabby, like my entire life. I don't think my decision-making skills have really been on par with everybody else. And it's been disappointing. It really has. Like, I've hoped that my decision-making skills might get better as time goes along. But no, they really haven't. They've continued to stay at basically the same level. I could give him a radish, or I could give him a rainbow shell for his birthday. Rainbow shells are pretty dope, dude. If somebody gave me a rainbow shell that was bigger than me, I would be, like, out of my mind with glee about what had just happened. Like, that right there, I'd put it in my living room or in my garden or something like that. My parents still have a giant... I picked up a giant rock that's... It's a big one. It's about the size of my torso. I hiked it all the way down a mountain. It sucked. I couldn't put it in my backpack either because it was made out of limestone. And so, anyways, it's made out of limestone. And the thing about limestone is once it erodes a little bit, it gets this thing called elephant skin weathering. And elephant skin weathering tears fabric really easily. And I wasn't about to destroy my osprey by putting it in there. And so I carried this big bastard all the way down the hill with work gloves on with like that sticky shit that's on the palms or whatever. And it took forever. I hiked it all the way down the hill because I wanted to put it in a garden somewhere. It's got fossils all over it. Loads and loads of varied fossils all over the place. And so that's why I wanted to keep it. So I hiked it down the mountain, brought it all the way down. It's in my parents' garden now, though. In my parents' garden. Pretty sweet stuff. I'll probably get it back someday when I have a garden of my own, maybe, I hope. But, maybe, maybe not. The kid should be up and around here somewhere. He lives with his grandparents. There he is. Happy birthday! He seems like he was alright about it. He put a period after the thanks. So that was, once again, probably a giant waste. Pam's pretty cool. Emily's down with us. Robin's cool with us. Haley remains like one of our only chances at ever getting to make Congress. And so, unfortunately, she's kind of a stickler, though. She might be difficult. I wanted to go with, like, we could go with Abigail or somebody else. Penny'd be fine, too. I mean, I'm not picky. Leia's pretty cute as well. I'm down with all the pixel art. I think I'd be good to go with anybody but Maru. I think Maru, I like one of her older portraits better. But it's something about overalls. Something about overalls. That's really what it is, too. Anybody wearing overalls, I don't like overalls as a fashion thing. I just be like, For whatever reason, it's like, I don't know why, too. I can't explain it. Overalls are like an instant fashion turnoff for me. And she might otherwise be super cute, but overalls, and I'm just like, oh, you just dropped like 4 points. I don't know what to do here. I just don't know what to do. And I can't tell you why that is, either. There's no, like, I've had no traumatic experience that involves overalls. There's nothing. It's just this inherent, the second somebody's wearing overalls, I'm like, oh, that's unattractive. And I'm not trying to be a dick right now. I can hear you guys right now being like, Splattercat, you're kind of an asshole. I can hear you saying it right now in your heads, and I wish I had a better explanation for you. I wish I could go all in, and I could explain to you what it is about overalls that are just unattractive to me, but they just are. They just are, and it's just a knee-jerk movement. I'm sure, don't be a hypocrite. I'm sure you've got things that just instantaneously are just like knee-jerk. You're like, oh, that's unattractive. It's just you don't have to admit them right here on the internet, and so you get to escape from that casual kind of causal judgment that happens from all of your peers. Oh, the torch doesn't give us light anymore. They nerfed it. God damn it. That's so upsetting. Now I gotta carry around a ton of torches with me. Oh. I don't like this, but we found the ladder, so it doesn't matter. Found the ladder, so it doesn't matter. My name is Splatter, and we are back here. I'm not a hatter because I don't like going crazy from lead poisoning or mercury poisoning or whatever the hell it was that hatters did back then. Got myself an earth crystal. Gonna put it in my backpack now, please. Ooh, there's gonna be some lovely stuff down here, too. I'm gonna go take this quartz. And now that we got the quartz, I don't know if you know about this, but pretty soon, I mean, it's happening. By the time this goes live, it will have already happened, but I'm starting... Enter Elysium started. I shouldn't misattribute all this. Enter Elysium started a tabletop gaming group called Roll For It. And I'm a part of that group. It's gonna be pretty sweet. Like, if you've ever seen, like, the Northern Lions Super Show or whatever, it's kind of like that, but with me and a totally different group of YouTubers that do not include Northern Lion. So basically, it's a show that we have made where we play tabletop video games. Like, we'll play Secret Hitler. We'll probably end up playing, like, all kinds of random stuff in Tabletop Simulator. For now, we're starting out with a Shadowrun campaign. And I know I've announced it a lot of times, but it's gonna... Wow, that guy has a lot of HP. Holy God, that took forever. That took a long-ass amount of time, like, no joke. I heard that later on, through reading your comments, I heard that later on we can, like... turn copper into iron using magical powers or something. I don't know how true that is. I just know that people have told me that, and so it might be worth it to pick up all the iron in here. They had warned me. They had said, yea, Splattercat, unto you we give forth our advice. You should probably be saving all that copper ore. So I'm gonna start picking it up. I think octopus is like a night fishing thing. I'm not 100% there. We might be able to get Alex's octopus, but it's one of those things where I don't know where to get it, and I'm not totally sure if I can get it by the end of the next 2 days, and so I'd rather just not go on the record. We got a red mushroom right there. That's pretty sweet. Got a red mushroom right there, and that's pretty awesome. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I'm going to break this crate first, and I'm going to get 0 loot. At least it's not negative loot, like when I break the box open, it doesn't knock me over and take my lunch money and be like, your shit is now more, me lord. And I'm like, no! And I'm like, why do you sound like an ancient English peasant? You're like, because I want your shit, me lord. And I'm like, alright, that's not really much of an explanation. I feel like you kind of ducked the question, but I'm just going to go along with it. I'm like, that's good, me lord. And I'm like, alright, whatever. Let's keep on trucking. But yeah, Roll For It's going to start on Wednesday the 16th. Tomorrow from the time I'm recording this, but I don't know. I'm kind of front booked right now because I'm going on vacation this weekend, and then I got my birthday, and then I got Roll For It, so there's really not going to be a lot of time to work anytime soon for me, and so I'm running like a week ahead on like everything right now. So unfortunately, I wish I could space things better and make it work. Ew, my mouth tastes like eye drops right now. It's unfortunate. I looked that up after it happened. I looked that up so quickly. I was like, why do I taste my eye drops? There's a hole in my eye! I started like losing my shit. I was like, I'm gonna die! I've got eyeball cancer. It put a hole in my eye. It's all over! No, I didn't freak out like that, but I definitely Googled it. I was like, why can I taste my eye drops? I Googled it deadpanly. In a deadpan tone, I was like, why do I taste my... That's what I Googled too. Why do I taste my eye drops right now? And luckily, somebody had my back on that one. They were like, oh, it's actually pretty simple. Don't worry about it. It's just that it connects to like your sinus cavity or something like that, and it makes it so that, yay! Level 40! We got a slingshot. It's not that good. Like, it's okay. I've used it a couple times when I was streaming the game, and it's alright. The real thing that we want to be aware of right now is that we no longer have to deal with golems, which are those big little green-eyed guys that are down in the dungeon, those little mud golem dudes. Don't have to deal with them anymore, which is pretty swell for us, because that means we are now in the iron layer, and we can get more slimes, and we can kill some stuff. It's all icy down here. There's the iron. The iron doesn't really matter, although I will mention, I think after the last episode, we unlocked farming where we got the advanced sprinklers. And so what we're going to want to do is at the beginning of the next season, we probably won't be able to do it right now. We're probably going to be manually watering from here on in. However, what we're going to do is we're going to start putting in lines, rows as it were, where we can put in sprinklers so that we can actually eliminate watering as a thing that we even have to do. Oh, we got a frozen geode. I don't think I've ever seen that before, and I've got like 40 hours played now. In my other game, I don't think I've ever seen one of those drop. We do have bats, though, so if you've got a thing for, like, avian mammals that fly around and are blind and a bunch of other bullshit, you may not enjoy this quite so much. You may not enjoy this quite so much. I've got to kill that slime, and actually, I may seek defilade for a moment. Yeah, we're losing health. I may flee out of here. We got ourselves a random event that's going to summon a bunch of There we go. Summon a bunch of bats, which unfortunately means I'm going to try and stand my ground, but I can't tell you. We really don't have that great of a weapon either. What's the difference between either and either? I know there's no difference between, like, the definition, but it seems like one of those things, like, what determines just, like, regionality that determines what somebody says versus another thing? It's just, like, a dialectic thing? Probably. Probably. I like to think about things like that. I love stuff like that. If there was a more lucrative career in linguistics or sociology, I would have totally gone into that, but it was just like career options kind of seem limited in those fields. It seemed like you kind of wanted your major to be inside the science building and not in the English building. That was the general feeling that I got. And I'm not trying to offend you. I don't want to be one of those people, like there are those people that bitch and moan about people's majors. I don't care. Do whatever makes you happy. But, like, the problem is I went to college once I had already eliminated all of my dreams and all of my aspirations. And so I just wanted something that would, like, get me a job, like, 100% guaranteed. And geology was one of those things. My alma mater had, like, a huge alumni database of, like, people who could help you out with getting jobs and stuff like that. And it was just like, ooh, we got a cudgel. Yes, that right there. It's an aluminum bat that we can hit the enemy with, and I want it. Get out of here. I don't love you right now, coal beast. Those are coal beasts, by the way. You've never seen them before, but they're these hopping little things. They kind of remind me of the stuff from Howl's Castle or whatever. Is that what they were from? Is it from Howl's Castle? The little black things with the little arms that would crawl all over the place. They looked kind of... Maybe it was from... No, never mind. I've got it wrong. It was from Spirited Away. Spirited Away. This right here, the lead club, is pretty badass. 18 to 27 damage. It lowers your speed... But damn, do this shit hit fools. Like, this thing goes in. Like, when it hits somebody, look at that shit right there. We just vanquished the enemy. That was not an ass-kicking. That was a vanquishing. Now, luckily, it doesn't cost us any of our stamina or anything either, because that would be equally as upsetting. We haven't really gotten enough iron ore down in here to convince me... Oh, that bat's on me. Hold on. Doesn't know me like that, though. I just hit a bat with a bat. Is that ironic? I don't think it would be. I think ironic would be like if you killed a bat with like sonar waves or something. I think that would be ironic because he uses them to benefit his life, but then he ends up getting killed by them. Irony's a funny subject because people use the word irony wrong a lot. They'd be like, ironically, and I'd be like, that's not ironic, that's just coincidental. For it to be ironic, there's got to be some kind of wordplay. It can't just be a pun either. Like, I guess if you really want to be loose about it, I guess irony can be a pun. But it's got to have, like, multiple layers of, like, entendre and shit like that. Like, it's got to hit you on multiple cylinders. I don't think we're going to make it much further. We're almost out of energy right now, and digging up all those rocks. It's made me work up a mighty hankering in real life and in the game. After this episode, I think I'm going to get something to eat. Unfortunately, my doctor's got me on this crazy fast right now. I've lost 6 pounds, though, so that's pretty sweet. I mean, unless that's indicative of something else, and then I guess that's not pretty sweet. But it's allowed me to cut weight pretty radly. Unfortunately, I'm the kind of guy, I like to go get burritos and stuff, though, like on the corner, like the taqueria and all that kind of stuff. I like to get around and grab myself, like, a burrito or, like, get myself some killer taquitos every now and again. Like, every couple days, I like to go and get something wrapped in tinfoil, you know what I mean? And I haven't been able to do that for, like, days now, and it has been... Dinner, I think it's because one of the things that I can, like, in my life, I can't control a lot of factors. Reception to, like, video series, when things get released, when developers decide to give me access to games... I have no access to that. It's not a thing that I have access to. And so, like, everything is just so random and out of my control in my life. And food is, like, in control. Like, food is one of those things that every day I get to sit down and decide what I want to eat. And, like, put it on my plate. and I enjoy it. I'm not a foodie. I don't like that word because everybody loves food. Who doesn't love food? Like, who sits down every day and is like, I hate food and the concept thereof. I'm going to avoid eating. Like, I think those people would definitely be in the minority. I'm sure there's some people out there that really hate eating. But, like, even bulimics eat. They just, like, throw it up afterwards. Like, everybody likes eating, I thought. And so, anyways. God, I'm going to get myself into trouble. I can tell already. I'm going to get comments. I'm so sorry. If I offended you, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for it to go like this, but it went like this. But yeah, I love food. Food is one of my favorite things in the world, and being deprived of it via doctor's order has been an experience. It has been an experience that I've had to stick with. And I'm trying real hard right now. I'm trying real hard because, hey, Fickle Farmer, it's our pleasure to inform you that your farm will be featured in next week's up-and-coming column of the Stardew Valley Tribune. Congratulations, we're impressed with your quick progress. Actually, this over here is why I started to do this like this, so I could put in my lovely little sprayers. I may have to move him a bit. I don't know where I can put him. He's in the way right now, and so we'll have a gap in coverage. I think. Actually, no, I'll have to make cross grids. So I'll still have to do something with him, but we'll sort it out once we get there. We've got a lot more melons today. Grab a few melons in the morning. Who doesn't love that little bit of diversion? Giggity-a-giggity-a-goo. Flip the letter over for instructions on how to make a super healthy meal. You'll feel energized. See you soon. We learned how to make a salad. Hey, kid, my throat's about as dry as a desert bone. I'm real thirsty for a pale ale. You got one? A regular beer won't do. I need a pale ale. I prefer red, but pale's fine too. I like everything alcoholic, though. I like lagers to pale ales to... Actually, I found a couple... I used to bitch about IPAs. You guys probably knew that in the last couple... Well, in the last couple series, I probably said something derogatory about IPAs. I had to find the right one. I came to find that the IPAs that were being supplied by my local microbrewery were not my favorite. I tried a few different ones, though, from that same microbrewery, and I found one that I like. It seems like they have, like, 5 different types of... They have like 5 different IPAs that they make, and I tried most of them, so I just assumed IPAs were bad, and that was a mistake. Instead, I found that it was just their brand that I was not totally on board with. We seem to be pretty... We should probably drop these off. We should probably just adventure. I mean, as long as it keeps raining, we should be solid. We got to go buy some seeds, though. It's Sunday, so hopefully they're working on the weekends. I think I need blueberries or something like that. Did I already plant blueberries? I may have already planted blueberries, but... We got the hot pepper, we got the tomato. I think it's blueberries that I need. I don't know if I planted them, though. I'm just going to plant the remainder of blueberries, and we'll just make mad ducats off of that. I don't know how to make pale ale. I don't have a recipe for that or anything like that. I assume, and this might be haphazard, I might be foolish in assuming so, but I assume we'll probably find the recipe somewhere. Got Sam's birthday up next. Store's not open until 9 o'clock. Got a little bit of time to walk around and just kind of see what catches our fancy here. You ever walked out of a bar at like 7 in the morning? That's a terrible feeling, isn't it? I've done it before. In college, we did a bar crawl where we just hit like everything. Like we just went all the way across Roner Park, Santa Rosa. We just hit bar after bar after bar and did like 1 or 2 beers at each. And so it was easy enough. We had to hire a cab to get to the other ones, but it was easy enough on the first day because all the bars are on one street in Roner Park and Kotati. People always bitch at me for how I say Kotati, by the way. They're always like, Kotati. You can't say Kotati. You gotta say Kotati. I'm like, whatever. Shut up. Nobody cares. Nobody knows about this place anyways. Why are you defending it so violently and verbally? Like, this place, nobody's from here. Like, this is... Like, the people that are here are purely here to go to college. Like, that's it, and then they leave afterwards. There's that and hippies left over from the 60s, but that's it. Hey, Hat Mouse, you got anything for me right now? I have monies. I brought coinezes. A watermelon band, a good old cap, a sou'wester, and a poke-bow. I guess we could try and rock this cap for right now. I bet it's gonna look dumb, though. Yep, I was right. It looks super dumb. We're gonna rock it for a little while. Though I paid $1,000 for this hat. That's how wealthy I am as a farmer. Don't hate. Guess I can't shake anything out of there. I was hoping I could. It had a little hand thing, and I forgot that I could, like, handsy things. And so I got excited about it. Just, you'll have to forgive me for it. My memory fades, and I forget things, and I hope for the best. Let's go back to town. We gotta buy some blueberries so we can make a ton of money now for our farm. It's a song that I'm working on. I think it's gonna go triple platinum. I don't know. I'm going to introduce it to the pop culture public probably next week. I think it's going to drop hard. We already got Yeezy on like the 3rd track. It is what it is. You got those connections. I think we got a Jonas brother in there somewhere. They be showing up everywhere in every album lately, so I figured out why not have them on my farming-related album, so they can be like, it's nothing but dangerous, out here farming with all of us. Like, I was hoping it would show up at some point. You know. Who else can I put on the track? There's lots of people. I figure we'll have, like, a bridge somewhere. I bought way too many blueberry seeds. I shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have done that. Yep. Shouldn't have did that. Shouldn't have did that. Take 13 days. We should be able to call it. How many days are in this month? Whew. We just barely ducked that one. Just barely ducked that one. Either way, I bought too many seeds. I think we're probably going to use like 11 of these. We'll use them next season. It'll be cool. Don't be mad at me, internet viewer. I do idiotic things for I am idiotic. Back to the farm we go. Oh, dude, we're not even going to use any of that. Well, fine then. I'm going to get rid of these summer seeds then. I'm going to dig up these little bastards and destroy them. It ain't nothing but dangerous. Farming out here in the rain. There. That'll clear out a little bit more space. So that when we get straight blueberry madness on this BZ, we're at least using up like a decent quantity of the seeds. That's cool. That's way better than... way better than having like 20 left over, so I can deal with that. Got that 4 right there. We got geodes, we got jades, we got sap. I don't think I have enough to donate just yet. I could probably burn up some of these right here and refine them though and make even better gifts. People probably like that, right? I don't know. So far, the denizens of this town have been incredibly selfish and also mean to me and hurt my feelings. So it can be hard to tell. 5 geodes right there. I'll probably take those over to the shop and break them open a little bit later. Little bit of gambling to end our day. Can I refine amethyst? Can I refine everything? I don't know. Let's take all of our gemstones with us and find out. It's going to be a magical afternoon smelting and delting with Splattercat. I'd like to make another couple more of these too, like maybe 4 or 5 of them. I think that'd work out better. It's the 14th. I think we're going to get our first crop in. It should be fine. My maths are correct. It's 12 o'clock. While we let those do their thing, let's go back over and we'll talk with the blacksmith. Have him break open some of our stuff. We might be able to buy a pale ale at the store. What's she going to pay us for? You need hops and a keg. I don't have those. I don't have hops because I'm short, and short people don't jump good. It's one of our deficiencies. I might have a keg in here somewhere, though. Did I put a tapper somewhere? I think I must have put a tapper somewhere. I should probably go check on that. A preserves jar. Turn vegetables and pickles into fruit and jam. That'd be kind of cool, too. I don't know if I want to refine everything that much. Life elixirs, crab pots. Yes, I think that I may not have unlocked the thing that I need just yet. The house expansion allows me to cook stuff, but I don't have it yet. So the disappointing factor here is that, unfortunately, I can't cook anything until I upgrade my house. It seems like one follows the other, doesn't it? I need to go down to the blacksmith's house. A long walk in front of me. Gotta get my... You can get a horse later on, which is pretty sweet. And then you just gallop around town on a horse, just with a total disregard for local safety. Sometimes there's horses on the running trails where I run when I, like, jog every single day. I've seen horses on them, like, twice. And we're, like, in the middle of the city, so it's throwing me off each time. I've been like, damn, son, that's wild. Sigh. You guys are dicks. You guys are the worst. I hate everybody in this town. You work at a rock shop, man. I figured you would like them. Process my geodes and just shut up. I don't like you anymore, Clint. I don't care if you like me either. I declare you my enemy from now on. We got a new thing. I'll check it out in a minute. An Alamite. That sounds like one of those groups of people that got attacked by Canaanites back in the day. Like, and the Alamites came from the south, and they drove us to the west. For we did not parley with God enough, and he was super grumpy. Who knows what puts him in these sorts of moods? Yea, so saith the Canaanites. Oh, man, I was hoping our Frosty one would have cooler stuff inside of it, but I was wrong. We made a statuary. He said we were worshipping. I just wanted to practice artistry, and now for some reason my deity is upset with me. Bang, 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 bang. Yay! New rewards. Gimme. A night on Echo Hill. I still haven't gotten the key from that guy. They gave me that event, and they were like, Gunter has the key, and then I never got it. I don't know. My name is Splattercat. I think we're just about out of time for the day. I'm probably going to go dither back to base and refine some more rocks and stuff. And just be upset about the fact that everybody in this town seems to hate me. I will see you all in future episodes. Bye, everybody!